This is Tony Segro. I'm going to do a short video on some things about an intro to scratch building. I'm going to eventually show you how I scratch build buildings. But I'm just going to go a little bit as an introduction here to tell you what types of kits there are and how kits can be assembled. And I think I have like 3 different types of kit assembly processes. This one here you see is like a kit that you buy in a store, and it has some parts in it, has some instructions. You know, it has like a drawing in here, you know, maybe how the building goes together. Has some parts in the bag. Might have a couple walls, you know, this kind of thing. Has roofs, a base. Here's some roofing details for the building. And these parts, some of them are small, put together on sprues, they're called. Okay, here's a sample of the sprues, how the parts are connected in the box. Okay, and don't throw these sprues away because they can become handy. You can use those for downspouts or roof spouts and stuff like that on the building if the kit doesn't have those. So hang on to those things, okay? And that's a type of a box kit. Now there's other types of box kits. This one here, for example, is a box kit that's it's by Laser Art. It has laser building, laser wood is what the material is. And see if I can open this up. And it too comes with a drawing that might be a little bit bigger or a little bit more detail to the drawing. It has some roof details. The wood, the building comes in sheets like this, and these are actually laser cut. Okay, very finely cut, very precisely sized and everything like that. And they come with windows, and they'll give you instructions for painting them. They might have some thin stuff you can use for glass, you know, for windows and such. And a lot of times the windows come on a sheet similar like this, and this is all made from laser cut wood, you know, even the openings and everything. So this is a little bit trickier to build, but I mean, if you're patient, you can do that. Okay, so those are the types of box kits that you might find. And of course, then there's also what they call craftsman kits. And craftsman kits sometimes come with plaster castings, or maybe they're more laser cut wood type of buildings, and they're very finely detailed. The details are very accurate, made to scale, maybe printed with 3D printers or something to that effect. But kit bashing is another thing you can do with kits. And suppose you want to have a kit that's sort of a little bit unique to your layout. You might want to buy 2 or 3 of those kits that I just showed you, and just look at the walls and everything as parts rather than they have to go together a certain way. So you can make the kits, put them together any way you want. It might be the same kit, and they're 2 of the same kit that you're buying. It might be 2 different kits that you're going to buy that aren't, you wouldn't see they're related to each other. But I did a kit bashing of a farmhouse with an interlocking railroad tower. There's a lot of things you can do with kit bashing. You just have to think of the parts as being parts rather than they have to go together a certain way. Third type is scratch building, and I do a lot of that. And usually with scratch building, there is no drawings provided, okay? So you want to have to do your own scale drawings for the building you're doing. I built a lot of models of buildings that are in Columbia, PA, which is the town I live in and I grew up in. They don't have kits on the market for buildings in Columbia, PA. So I had to go out with photographs and drawing and make my own drawings from the photographs. And I use a free AutoCAD, which is a great program to use. I use a free CAD system called NanoCAD 5. And you can download it off the internet, and it's free, and it allows you to do drawings like this once you get to know how to do AutoCAD, each of these windows is a Tichy window. A Tichy train group has windows and a catalog and such. They give you the dimensions, and you can actually do a drawing of that dimension, and you can pop it into any building you want, whatever window you want. Once I decide to say, okay, this is the size of the building, and this is an HO scale drawing to scale, okay, because I printed it out 1:1. Then I'll do a mock-up. And this is a mock-up of that same building. Okay, with this building over here is a separate drawing, but this building here is the same building that you saw in that drawing. I just sort of spruced it up a little bit and put window shades in there with a Sharpie pen and colored a few things in there to use as a mock-up on our train layout, which is the Columbia and Susquehanna Model Railroad. So I lay it in there and make sure the building is at the right size and all that stuff. Notice I didn't put a roof on there yet, because the roof is going to be following the shape of the building. And this is only a cardboard mock-up, okay? When I build this building, I'm going to build it out of plastic polystyrene. And usually when I'll build scale buildings, this here is another sample of a mock-up that I did for a building that already exists on the Columbia and Susquehanna Model Railroad. And it's sort of more elaborate, but it'll be like a brick building. It was a brick building I made of. It's an abandoned factory. If you notice this little line going up the hill here, right along in here, that represents where the scenery on the layout would be. And here's the back of it, which you probably wouldn't see from the layout. And here's the other side. So you can make these various sizes, and they're made again of cardboard. This building here that I wanted to show you it's an N-scale scratch building that I did. And this was in Model Railroader magazine, or Railroad Model Craftsman, one of the magazines. And it had a drawing in there that, was pretty much 1:1 scale for N-scale. And the little windows in there, I don't know if you can see them or not. I don't know if I can zoom in on them. But they're actually the drawing itself. I made a copy of the drawing that was in the magazine and used those for the windows. Okay. This here is the side of the building, and it does lift out of the base. Now let's bump the camera and have fun, okay? There's the back of the building. And there's the other side. But it sort of gives you an idea of how you can build buildings from drawings or such like that later, and have a good day. Thank you for watching.